It's the duel of the dynamic divas. It's the showdown of the sirens. It's that captivating champion, Nikki Bella, and the gothic goddess, Paige. And who have you sided with? Who have you gone for? Well, we'll come on to the PCC very shortly. But before then, I have some little business to attend to. Some little jobs that we need to take care of. The first one is King of the Ring. Finished the King of the Ring last night and didn't think it was worth playing again overnight because you don't like to play at 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't always be sure you're going to be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I thought I would wait and show you guys how it got on. And here we are, Game 1 against Derek. It's a 3-1 win. Game 2 against Derek. It's a 2-1 win. So a quick game recap. We've got very similar card setups and both got that classy Freddy Blassie card, which I knew it was going to come in so handy for me. And as you can see, it's just made the difference. Just made the difference in some vital bouts. Not too much between our card selections at all, but enough for me to take the win. Now this is Survivor level. I'm still stacking these Survivor cards. So just before I collect it, let's just quickly show you the Survivor cards I've got. As you can see, as you'd expect, an array of pros there. But in terms of the singles, I've got The Rock. The Rock is here in my collection. It's a solo, and then Stinger, who we actually drew on camera, if you remember our reaction at that time. And then Shawn Michaels I've already got as a pro, so I've not done anything with him. And there's a few Survivor cards here, including dear old Dusty, that I've not done anything with so far, because of course we've got this WrestleMania Fusion Chamber coming up. So what would be cool would be a Stinger or a Rock. Now I'll take another Shawn, I guess, but as I've said before, I don't like to have like lots of the same card just pro'd out. It makes your deck very boring. I like a bit of variation. Variation is the spice of life. So here we go, claim reward. Let's see what we get. Stinging Survivor cards. Claim reward number 1. Fandumbo. Not a good Survivor card, but good fusion food. And number 2, Summer Rae. Now I think I've just got rid of Summer Rae. I'm pretty sure I've just got rid of her. I'm not that fussed about it, to be honest. I'm 99% certain I did get rid of the Summer Rae I had. Again, at one stage I had 8 out of 13 Survivor Divas, all as singles. Finally got AJ that I could make as a pro. I've obviously got the Nikki Bella pro, and I've got Nikki Bella Survivor Fusion single. I've got Natty as a pro, so I mean both of those, plus the Nikki Bella. I'm not that fussed about Summer Rae not being here anymore. Anyway, I've now got something a bit more interesting, and that's trying an experiment which I said I would never do, but I'm just feeling in that kind of gambly type mood. Now, I've spoken about the throwback cards before, and there's about 40 of these beasts. Now, a lot of them aren't on Survivor or WrestleMania level. So if you're batting at WrestleMania or even Survivor level, you really need to get a WrestleMania or Survivor card for it to be of any use to you. They look nice, but if you pick up an ultra rare throwback card, what's it going to do? It's going to sit there waving at you for a little bit, and then eventually you're going to stick it into the fusion chamber. So I've always said it's pointless buying these throwback cards, because the likelihood of you getting one Survivor or WrestleMania, let alone 2 that you could pro, it is so slim it's just not worth it. Having said that, it would be nice just to try, wouldn't it? It would be nice just to try. So I have got myself some credits. You know, I don't like to spend money on packs. I don't mind getting some boosts, some title matches, but not on packs. I don't like to do this normally, but I thought, let's be devils together, eh? Ninja Boy's at school, he can't tell me off. So let's give it a go. Let's see what we get. Now my prediction will be 2 ultra rares. Maybe 1 epic, but 2 ultra rares if I go for 2. If I get a WrestleMania or a Survivor pull with the first hit, that's it, I'm not buying another one. But let's see how we get on. So here we go, throwback card numero 1. And we get... It's an ultra rare, what a surprise that is. Okay. Not going to get too excited about that. So let's do it then. Let's go for another one. That's fusion card number 1. Let's call these fusion packs. Fusion card number 2 is... Junkyard Dog Survivor. Nice. I actually got a Survivor card. Now, again, it's not even going to hit my Road to Glory decks. But I shall keep hold of him, because you never know, I might be tempted to invest again. You get a little bit of extra cash that you're not expecting, and you can dip in a bit of pocket money. Well, okay, that's not a bad little experiment. That, I must admit, I wasn't expecting anything over and above an epic level, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Right, let's get on to matters. PCC. Actually, shall I go into the King of the Ring first? Shall I do another King of the Ring? I'm going to do another King of the Ring, but as a precaution, I'm going to take out these WrestleMania support cards, because I don't need those WrestleMania support cards. It doesn't really matter what I stick in, because I've got my classy Freddy Blassie. So to make sure that the game always plays my classy Freddy Blassie card, I've got him alongside an uncommon Paul Bearer, because obviously you've got to say a stop sign for 125 minus 125 alongside you, and your first hand is for toughness. The game's going to play the stop sign, but it's then denying you your Freddy Blassie-ness for the rest of the match. So I like to just say, look, just play Freddy Blassie from the start and go with it, because over the 3 bouts he's likely to make a difference somewhere. So that's why I've got an uncommon stuck in there, and I've taken the WrestleMania support cards out in case we get that fusion chamber, because I'm going to use probably the John Cena taunt card as my first WrestleMania card sticking into the fusion chamber. It's got to be close. It has got to be close. Right, having messed about with that, let's do another King of the Ring. Let's go for that. I can go for that. No. Yes. Right, so that can go way down on my players. Now let's have a look at where we are with the PCC. Now this is Thursday, it's just gone Thursday lunchtime. So I do this, every time I do that, when I'm talking about the time, it's because there's a clock on the wall. It's not because I'm getting bored. And I did a little bit of a dabble, myself and Ninja Boy, before he went off to school this morning. We had about half an hour's play. I then did another about an hour and a half, and as you can see, not got very far. So let's have a go. Let's see what we can do on the PCC. What I've had to do with my deck, just looking at my deck here, I've had to call in the Survivor boys, because if I use Kevin Owens and Mr. Neville, they're obviously, I'm not going to get a boost because they're both down arrows, and boosts, what it does do is it increases the skill level of your opponent. So using the deck that I had with Mr. Hart, Mr. Kane, Mr. Neville and Mr. Owens, and obviously Nikki Bella as the diva, I was and Classy Freddy Blassie as the support. Every game I was playing the same cards. It was like virtually identical each time, so I was winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one, and it was all a bit of a lottery, as I'm sure a lot of you who play WrestleMania King of the Rings and have got all these PCC and Road to Glory cards have experienced on many an occasion. So what I've done is I've just dropped it down from WrestleMania Plus to WrestleMania level and used the 2 Survivor boys, the DX, the lethal combo. Because one of the things was with Nikki Bella, for example, in the WrestleMania Plus level, I was just facing WrestleMania Pro Divas all the time. So there was no beating them. So I was already a game down before it started. So bringing it down a bit, I'm still on a WrestleMania tier, but this just gives me a bit more chance. So let's see, now I've said that, now watch me lose 5 games in a row. I shall do 5 games and we shall see how we get on. Testing my theory. Now, I'm being realistic when I say that neither Ninja Boy nor myself are going to come anywhere close to those Diva cards, much as we'd love to. I've sided with Nikki Bella, not for any loyalty reasons, simply for a practical reason that if I somehow find that I can spend 3 days of non-stop gameplay and try and get one of the Diva cards, Nikki Bella's stronger in 3 of the 4 categories. Not by much in a couple of them, but she is. So if you've got maxed out Pro Diva Nikki Bella PCC version, she should win 3 out of the 4 matches against Paggy. So right, what are we going to do here? So power speed, what? Call in Freddy. Number 1 job, always call in Freddy. He's the man for the job. And then power speed, I think we'll go with Brett. So So of course we've got Mr. Neville knocking around. This is always the one you're going to have to watch for. But because I've brought it down a level, they don't always have the better cards. Right, this is when Mr. Neville may appear, but we'll use Kane. No, you see, again, he would have appeared in WrestleMania Plus level, but not here. So I get a comfortable win to kick off with. And as you can see as well, in my new flush state, having spent money on these throwback cards, I also bought myself some title matches, just to get myself underway, to get this party rocking. So, mighty 14,507th. Ah, Dusty. What a dusty lad. Mark Henry. I also feel that I'm due a WrestleMania pull. It's been a while. I can't remember exactly how long it's been. I've played an awful lot of matches, but there's 2 Road to Glory runs since I pulled a WrestleMania card last, and a lot of gameplay in between. So, and that's at the very least. It's probably I've done more than that. So I'm definitely due a WrestleMania pull at some stage. I'm just hoping. We're hoping we can catch it on camera. Right, so much power speed. Keeps giving me things that Mr. Neville would be good at. Let's just do the same as we did before then. This could become a very similar story. Tag team. Right, do I risk Kane? And yeah, I do risk Kane. There we go. What I would tend to do is use the 2 Survivor cards for the tag team to get it out of the way. Then I've either got Diva Nikki Bella or the Kane card for the 3rd and final leg, which you would hope would be a guaranteed win. But we're okay, we're cool there. We've won that one too. We're not going to win this one, but that doesn't matter because we've got we've won the bout overall. To get our 2 cards. People's Champion results after waiting on a network. It's just a slow build-up, yes. And your rank is 13,626, so we've gone up about 900 places in one hit there. So that little 10-point boost was worth it. And Luke Harper. Okay. So in terms of cards, I did get Survivor Dusty Rhodes a couple of days ago, which I don't know if that was a deliberate ploy on the game's part, a little sympathetic vote. But beyond that, not a great deal to get excited about pulls-wise over the last few weeks. This is the same again, isn't it? Classy Freddy Blassie. Solo match power speed. And we seem to be playing a Fusion Pro Survivor card, whoever they come up with, whether it's Daniel Bryan or the Lunatic Fringe. I've actually got some Diva action. Some Diva action. Against AJ, which I've now got as a pro for my Road to Glory squad. And solo match toughness. So as I mentioned, Ninja Boy's at school today. He's going to be furious when he finds out I've just gone ahead and done this. But I did promise you that you would get something out of us today. 12,807, so we've gone up another 800 places. At this rate, will be number 1 in about 20 minutes. If only it worked like that. Of course, that is the big battle with the PCC is you cannot leave it alone. Even like your hours of sleep have to be like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and you've got to get straight back onto the game. And it's relentless. You just got to keep going and going and going. Now, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to throw the Whipping Boys in, the DX Whipping Boys, the Slaughterhouse Sheep. Throw them in to get them out of the way, and then hopefully I should pick off wins in the remaining 2 bouts. As I was saying, it's relentless. You just cannot leave it alone. Whereas Road to Glory, you can kind of plan your attack. You can say, okay, I'm going to reach a certain card by a certain time, and generally, once you've got up to WrestleMania level, you can knock it off in a couple of days. So it's not too difficult. But I understand why some people are getting a bit fed up with it, because perhaps it's become too easy. I don't know. I'm not going to claim it's definitely too easy, because to be honest, I don't want them to change it, because I'm quite happy picking up the WrestleMania Pros and all the goodies that come with it. Right, solo match speed charisma. What we don't want to see is Mr. Neville, and we haven't seen Mr. Neville. In fact, we've barely seen a challenge card from this WrestleMania level, have we? It's been us throwing the challenge cards around and them chucking the fusion cards about. 12,096. Trash can. I don't know if you've had a chance to catch up with the video we did yesterday, and was doing the Mano Ninja Boyo with the big man, and I was just pulling out support cards all the time. That's our little competition where we compare the stats of the wrestlers, and the aim of the game is to pull out the better wrestler from the exhibition deck rewards. And he just was caning me every time because I was just pulling out support cards. Pulled out about 5 different types of stop sign. It ain't good. Well, I guess if they're just all being fed into cards, it doesn't really matter that much, does it? Solo match power is going to be Brett's domain. Ah, I've finally seen a challenge card come out. God damn you. Right, this has to be keen. Right, played one of the better decks this time. It's our first defeat. Take it on the chin. Shouldn't think would have gone back too much. 12-142. Slipped down 100 places there from that defeat. Waiting on a network. Okay, well, I guess the power boost will be useful for the next King of the Ring that I've just thrown myself into. Dean Ambrose, looking very much like Kevin Owens. Why do you people do this? Why? Don't call yourself Dean Ambrose if you can have a picture of someone else. It doesn't work. It looks foolish. You know it looks foolish. Right, tag team speed. Can I risk? Yeah, I can. Get the DX boys in again. And take a chance for a quick herbal tea. Just to wet the whistle. A lot of whistle wetting. Right, hopefully that's got rid of their 2 best challenge cards. And we can now go and pick the carcass of their remaining squad members. Right, Diva. Right, that brings it back to 1-1. The Diva goes down. So much power toughness is going to be keen. Yep, it's a comfortable 2-1 win for the BadLadDad boys. 11,487. Crikey, that was that's another 700 places. Shooting up the charts. Shooting up those charts. Rey Mysterio and Zack Ryder. Okay. Zack Ryder, who was he a rare card, wasn't he, in the last RTG? This imaginative names. Pete. Bill. Right, let's play Bill. 10 points. 10 points. Solo match, toughness, speed. Let's stick in. Ah! Me Freddie Blassie! Forgot me Freddie Blassie. Managed to get away with it there. Should be the first thing I do every time. Freddie Blassie. Get that in, embedded in my brain. Engrave it on my forehead. Right, that's another win. That'll do us. Now, I don't want to play on for too long here because I'd like to do a fuller boost back with Ninja Boy on Saturday perhaps for you guys. But I know we're 20 minutes in here and we're still rocking, we're still going. So we'll keep going for now. 10-7-9-1. You do realise, of course, as you well know from your own experience, the closer you get to an end board and there's just a few cards left, you're going to get one of those little babies. A title match. Well, they all count. So we've had a board reset straight away. I'll try and work my way through to the next board reset. Can't say fairer than that, can I? Can't say fairer than that. Well, I could go to the... Oh, have you seen KD Sweets? You've seen his mad project for the PCC. It's going to be streaming live for, I think it was like something like 54, 56 hours. I'll put the link down below on the YouTube page so you can follow some of it if you want to. But that's just crazy. It's crazy talk. It's absolutely craziness. I don't know if that 54 or 56 hours includes watching him sleep for 7 hours. I don't know if that's included. He didn't actually say he was going to be playing the game non-stop. He just said it was a live stream. A bit like Big Brother. So I remember a mate of mine once split up with his girlfriend at the time because she and some of her friends, after a few beers in the pub one night, they took my mate back to her flat and they all sat round the TV and they put Big Brother on and everyone in the Big Brother house was asleep. And after about 10 minutes, one of them woke up, got up and put the kettle on and made a cup of tea and went back to bed. And so my mate for an hour is sitting there watching this, thinking, I like this girl. I don't like her enough to sit here for an hour watching this garbage at this time of night. And he got up, said his polite goodbyes, and like Captain Oates, walked out, never to be seen again. It's a fair play. I guess good to find out at that stage of a relationship that it's not quite going to be one of shared interests. Right, stop waffling and get on with playing Freddie Blassie. So you thought I'd forgotten. Just because I had forgotten. But I just remembered in time. So Freddie Blassie and Bret Hart. Straight away we're up against the other Bret Hart. And there's procking and all sorts going on, but not enough to take the victory away from us. Right, tag team DX can go in and then leave us with a potential winner in the final round. Final round, it's the final countdown. I hate that song, I do. I hate that it's pile of poo. Right, charisma. Miller's. I didn't notice I was playing Miller's. Don't know how you say that. Right, 10-2-5-2. Let's try and get up into the sevens. Should be able to get up into the sevens, surely, within a whole deckness of cards. But if you're stupid, I do need to actually look at the time. It's nearly 2:30 Thursday afternoon UK time, because Ninja Boy surfaces from his school at 3:30. So preparations need to be made for his return. Tag team power toughness. I could use both the challenge cards and then hope there's a diva, but then if there's two individual games, no, don't risk it. Play your Freddie Blassie, put the DX boys to work. See, the DX boys, they're reliable. They know what's going to happen. They're going to go in there. They know they're going to get bloody noses. They're going to get bruised chins. But they're going to take it for the team. Because they know that coming up behind are the heavyweights. They're going to do the job. Kane, doing job number 1. I'm not going to say doing number 2s. I'm definitely not going to say doing number 2s. And speed and charisma from Bret Hart. Well done, team. Good team effort. Shows how team play works. It's not all about trying to win every game. We'll lose a battle, win a war. I made that up myself. You've never heard that before. Waiting on a network. Cesaro error. Xavier Woods. Xavier. It's a new card from a new day from Xavier. Right, I'm not stopping at that. That's not a great reward. We'll just play on for a bit. I did say to the next deck reset. But I'm not happy with that deck reset. I don't accept that deck reset. I'm going to play Dracul. I wonder if that is a special way of spelling Dracul. I am Dracula. I am Dracul. Which version of Dracul? Bela Lugosi version of Dracul. Right. Nearly forgot Freddie Blassie. It's worth me pausing for these few seconds of being stupid, because it's given me a chance to catch my thoughts. When I was playing a Ninja Boy the other day, I was barreling into matches and not thinking what I was doing, and I was getting kicked up the rear end as a result. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Of course, it could be vodka in that cup, couldn't it? You don't know, because you can't see. And I ain't telling. So much toughness, it's got to be Kane. A bit of stoppage. Not enough stoppage to stop my man. DX doing what they do best. Getting whooped. Not in real life, I know, not in real life. It's nice to have them, actually. Nice to have the guys. And they didn't get whooped. There you go. They just got, suck it. We ain't gonna lose. Right. Broccoli. Broccoli and goatface. A winning combination. Serotonin. Beast. Super Diva. Picture of Roman Reigns. Oh, look at that. They played 41,535 wins. 16,941 defeats. Surely they can beat me. Surely they've got the cards to beat me. I can't cope with that, surely. Let's have a look. Let's rise to that challenge of super divishness, Roman Reigns. Power speed to begin with. Nope, just got a fusion. That ain't no good. I ain't heard of no ghosts. And tag team, right, tag team DX can take care of that for us. Not important if they don't win, because in theory we come out with the third leg. Diva. And I don't even have the Nikki Fusion Pro. How can you have played that many games and not have some WrestleMania Divas or what? That's just got to be a completely made up person. Right, where we at? 8,842. Actually zooming a bit higher than I expected. Roaring up the charts. Waiting on a network era. Power boosting. Triple H just keeping an eye on proceedings. He knows that him and Shawn going in as my tag team is what's best for BadLadDad business. He understands and appreciates what's best for business. Probably also appreciates me paying $9.99 for a throwback card. Right, now, Power Toughness. I need to do something here because I lost my Diva game. Right, solo speed charisma, that's good. If it had been tag team, could have been in a bit of trouble. But we pulled it round. So we're still no idea how many games we've played. I suppose I could do a count in the bottom corner, but who cares about that? So just the one defeat so far. A lot of waiting on network errors. A lot of common and uncommon cards and a couple of dodgy rares. Summary, please go away. I don't want you lurking in my mind. Do 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 do. Summary, please go away. Right, Johnny Pim. We're playing Johnny Pim. Solo match charisma. Classy Freddy, let's see. Bret Hart. That's another fusion card. This is all getting a bit samey, isn't it? Very samey. Very samey types of opponent. But, you know, if you hit on a deck that is successful for you, you'd be a fool to break away from it. So, there's another win. Speed charisma. It's got to be Mr. Keen. Sugar Keen. 3-0. It's a 3-0. 8,028. So I would be tempted to play on for a bit longer if it wasn't for school chucking out time. Yokozuna. Forming the shape of the cross. Hey! The taunt from John Cena. His fights with Kevin Owens have been pretty tasty, haven't they? Not so sure he should have picked up the win in their second showdown, but there's both wrestlers exhibiting some great moves. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what we want, isn't it? Yeah, well, there's all the excitement that goes on about who's going to do what to who, and all the pointing of fingers and name calling. Particularly love Seth Rollins going up to Kane saying, "I certainly don't need a 7-foot piece of crap." That was pretty cool. Ninja Boy loved that as well. But you know, it's down to the wrestling skills, the athleticism, the grease, the skills on show. And those Owens Cena fights have certainly shown up some pretty nifty footwork, leg work, arm work, head work, brain work. Talking of brain, mine seized. Keep forgetting to play my classy Freddie Blassie. Right, yeah, that reminds me, I've still got to do my Bray Wyatt single card that I picked up from the last Road to Glory. Still not a sniff of a WrestleMania Pro from anywhere for me, obviously excluding the challenge cards. That kind of goes without saying. Capiche? Right, tag team. I'm going to have to chuck in Kane and Shawnee Boy. Oh, they've had a boost. But not enough of a boost. Kane and Shawn Michaels pull it off for BLD Authority. Right, 7696. We're in the sevens as predicted, stroke hoped for. I'm certainly picking up the electrifying boosts. Summer Rae again. She's following me around. Survivor Summer Rae, Uncommon Summer Rae, Uncommon Summer Rae. Summer Rae, please go away. Right. Kiraz. It's a good traditional American name. Right. Tag team power. DX. Classy Freddy Blassie. Come on, Big Jim. Come on. Look what you're doing. Right. Freddy. Solo match power speed will be Bert. Oh no! I didn't want to see him. Right, that's Mead gone. So 2 defeats. 2 defeats in... Well, how long have I been playing? About 20 minutes of playtime in this half an hour-ish of YouTuberish, YouTuberitis, YouTuberishness. Damien Sandow. Still no great cards from the pools. I want to go, as I mentioned, to the end of the deck. Just see if we get... There is something just hiding there. Something worth having. Something we can get excited about. Charisma. Now, of course, I've done this, bought a throwback pack. I do tend to put Ninja Boy on an equal footing to myself when it comes to these games, and then, you know, if one of us gets to a stage higher than the other, that's through gameplay. It's not through someone been buying an advantage. So I guess on that basis, I kind of need to let him buy a couple of throwback packs as well. Can't afford that. They're hellishly expensive. In the name of fairness, in fact, I'll do that for next week. How about we do that for next Thursday? Whatever the challenge is next Thursday, whether it's another PCC or an RTG, we'll begin it with Ninja Boy opening a couple of throwback packs. That'll at least give me a chance to try and shove a few pennies away. Let's do that! Well, I shall mention that to him when he comes careering through the door within the next hour. I'm sure he'll be very excited. Waiting on a network era. He's flipping title matches. Right, I'm going to do 5 more. 5 more and then I'm gone. Be out of your hair. For good. At least for a couple of hours. Right, Finch, Jabel, how 316? I don't know how 316. Do you know 316? Let's go, 316. What have you got? Solo match speed. Don't bring out Mr. Neville. Please do not bring out Mr. Neville. Thank you very much. Still predominantly these Fusion Pros fighting at this level. Well, that's going to be Kane. And that's going to be a 2-0 lead. Very comfortable, thank you very much. Nikki soon. It's funny how these cards sort of suddenly gain notoriety and then disappear again without a trace. And that Nikki Bella card has dominated for so long. Now these Diva Pros have started to hit the boards. She's not so effective as she was. Once those WrestleMania Fusion cards come out, and these Divas from PCC have hit. So we're sorry, Nikki. Your day's been and gone. You've been replaced by another Nikki. Who do we fancy as the WrestleMania Fusion Diva? We've suggested Biggie Dude suggested Trish Stratus, and that's something I'd go along with wholeheartedly. It can't be Nikki Bella again, surely. We've got so many Nikki Bella cards. It'd be ridiculous to have another Nikki Bella card. So on that basis, who do you have? Because she is the women's champion after all, so you've really got to start looking at some legends. Would they have a heart big enough to take in AJ? Like, AJ's last big hurrah of the game would be to be the WrestleMania Fusion card. Even if a mark of respect for what obviously is going to be the outgoing record as having held the Divas title for the longest, because it's very obvious they're going to let Nikki pick that record off. So, how about AJ? It's got to be AJ. It's got to be a legend. It can't be anyone else on the present roster. It's only not going to be Summer Rae. Summer Rae, please go away. Hey. I should have played Kane. Not that it matters by the looks of it. Too busy singing about Summer Rae. I'm going to be dreaming about her now. I can't get around my thoughts. So yes, who would you suggest? Who would you like to see? Why don't you let me know? Leave a comment down below. That almost rhymed. I'm busting some rhymes. Trash can. I'm still very efficient at picking up these support cards that I don't actually need. Alright, I said I was going to do 5 more, and I've already lost count of what I'm doing, so I'm just going to Mark, B-I-T-W, Kevin Owens, Dusty. Yeah, a lot of people jumped on the Kevin Owens avatar. I wonder how many of these people were actually aware of who Kevin Owens was before he even stepped in the ring for the first time against John Cena. There's a lot of knowledgeable WWE fans out there, and Ninja Boy and myself, we watched NXT, and we do keep up with other news. For some people, it's just WWE or nothing. So you can get someone who's who's been fighting outside in Japan or wherever for 5-10 years, and they're like, nope, never heard of him. Can't be that good. Right, so Kevin Owens is hopefully debunking that myth for a lot of you, and I love his entrance music as well. It's a shame actually that that's copyrighted music, because I'd love that for one of our videos. I do like sourcing out all the music that I use on our videos. It's free to use, and I do like sourcing it because you get to hear some great tracks. You get to hear a lot of rubbish as well, but I do like to bring a nice rocking, pumping track to the table. Right, tag team. Well, I'm 1-0 up, so let's go with the big boys. Let's let the big boys mop it up. Only perhaps they won't mop it up. Yeah, we just mopped it up. Nicely mopped. Well, I'm going to have to call a halt in about 5 minutes time, because it really is imminent Ninja Boy preparation time. Which includes getting some fried chicken on for him. I like a bit of fried chicken. Right, so I shall do 3 more. 3. You can't call yourself that. I'm not saying it out loud. You can't call yourself that. Right, Devonick. Let's see if we can make it 3-0. First game, Freddie Blassie, Diva. Yep, that's 1-0 up. AJ, our latest Diva Pro. Alright, tag team charisma. Let's put DX in. Not expecting them to do much, but that doesn't matter, because then we can bring out the big boys. Bring out the finisher. The cleaner. Here comes Cleaner Kane. Right, so that's the first win. And here's the first of our WrestleMania pulls about to come up. 6253. It'd be nice to sneak into the 5,000s just before we depart. Or I depart, it's only one of me. So I'm so used to talking with Ultra Rare Taker. Now, Ninja Boy would love that. He would absolutely love that. And I really do need Ultra Rare for the fusions. I'm desperate for an epic. Never thought I'd be saying that once it got beyond epic level, but I'm desperate for an epic card. I haven't got any epics, free epics anyway. I've got a maxed out Pro Taker epic, which through sentimental reasons I've been clinging hold of. We sort of nod at each other in the corridor now and again, say our hellos, say our good mornings. Right, tag team time. Oh, now this is tricky, isn't it? Because I'm 1 down, so I can't risk losing. So I'm going to have to use Kane and Shawn Michaels. They're going to get a boost. They're going to do me. They're going to do me. So that's not worked. So I'd have lost anyway. I had such little faith in my team. I didn't quite do the stats correctly in my head there, did I? But I'm not complaining, because I've now got a 2-1 win. How did I pull that off? I think Kane is a particularly useful and underrated card. There's a lot of people in King of the Ring seem to be underestimating his powers, which has been very good for me, because I've unleashed him on the unsuspecting world quite a few times. Xavier Woods again. What's going on? Come on. Right, Tyson Kidd. Right, this is it. Final game for now. Using a title match. It's not ASCP Turd. It's not King Mo. It's Heine-san. Mind my Heine-san. Hopefully we'll be kicking some Heine-san. Diva, Power Speed, Freddie Blassie, Nikki steps in and gets Pro Diva'd from the WM level of Cameroon. Right, I quite like Cameron. She's got a sensible head on young shoulders, and again, very athletic, They're very good. They're a very good wrestler. Right, solo match, power speed. What am I going to do? I am going to use Brett. Oh dear, trust me to play someone extremely strong. Which makes me fear, well, at least it's a solo match, not a tag team. Yeah, they've challenge cards all the way. And then Kane pulls it off. We have kicked Heine-san to the curb. Well, I didn't notice my position then. So excited to get the win. WrestleMania. Waiting on a network. Stringing at the video longer than it should be. Right, Sheamus with his old hairstyle. And WrestleMania. Kofi Kingston. Oh well, okay. Right, now where did that get me? Where are we? 577. Oh, not bad. So look, we started at was it around 12,000, 11,500, and in the space of 45 minutes, so perhaps about 35 minutes of playing, admittedly using title matches, got ourselves into the 5,000s. Now I would dearly love to be sat here now for the next 8 hours, chiseling away. I can even leave the camera on, but that ain't going to happen. Because this family thing's got to happen and real life's got to happen, and I guess we're going to take a step back and realise that there's real people out there that need our attention just as much as the games that we love, as the people we love. And on that lovely, warm, loving and desperately over sentimental thoughts, I say adieu.